Another day, another challenge. So I'm trying to figure out what's what. So the exhaust itself, that looks about right to me. So that's going to go like that, all right. And then we've got the mufflers here to put later on. So that's the plan anyway. On the top we've got a few clamps here, which we're going to use to connect front exhaust with back exhaust. So we've got everything back, so front control, new bracket, then the cover, everything is nice and snug. So I'm thinking that we have to start with the front exhaust. In order to do it, we have to grab the flange and also the oxygen sensor. Right, let's see how difficult it's going to be. So, flange, right, looks alright. And then this little thingy, which might be a bit of a pain, let's see, to put on. Yay! That worked, so that looks about right. Second one goes here. Same thing, we have to get rid of the heat shield. To my understanding, so we've got front exhaust, we've got flange on, and then we need the front oxygen sensor. Oxygen sensor goes here. Just to tighten. Yeah, that looks alright to me. Looks like it's not going to snug nicely. I have to work with this. I'm kind of hoping that as I'm going to tighten it, it's going to get into the right place. Alright, so somehow I was able to place it, hopefully in the right place. I didn't tighten it, as the instruction says, do not tighten it until later on. So I leave it, and then I also still got disconnected oxygen sensor. The next thing here is position muffler clamp. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's see the instruction again. Has to be, clamp should be flush with the edge of muffler. So I think we're alright here. Goes together. Yeah. I think that'll be a bugger to do it. I can see it already. Let's find out. So that needs to go in here. Not the easiest job. Yep, that worked. Okay, second sensor on, flange on. I'm pretty sure, guys, that some of you who are watching this thinking what this idiot is doing, which is fair enough. I don't take offense, although I read about it, how to do it. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's not easy at all. Right, so I think I got it more or less in the right position. Bloody hell, this oxygen sensor is quite squashed here. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. It's all about precision and patience. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass. What would be probably a good idea is to use a different extension, because that way I may potentially have a little bit more room. Right, so this is still loose, or at least it's supposed to be loose. Alright, so this is all loose. As I put everything in place, I'm going to tighten everything one by one, just slowly. My main concern at that stage is if the exhaust pipe will lie nice, flush and clean with the gaskets, because that's not something I can control at that stage. I'm going to assemble the back pipe. That looks much easier, it feels easier as well. With that way, got more room. Right, okay, so that way I've got front and back exhaust in place with oxygen sensors on. I just need to connect them now. As you can see, look, there is still room here for the footpack for the passenger, which makes me happy, because my concern was that I have to remove it, which I wouldn't be happy, or kind of put some sort of extension, but actually it worked for the best, and the footpack is intact here. So now I'm going to tighten this little connector clamp which connects the front and back exhaust. I'm going to use the 10mm spanner. To be honest with you guys, I'm very pleased that I bought the right equipment, because without right equipment this job would be impossible. Right, so everything now is tightened here. So the front control, then the exhaust, front exhaust and the back exhaust, and exhaust is also secure by screwing it to the bracket. Also forward control is secured by this little bolt over there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to reconnect the oxygen sensors. So that's front, that's back. The front goes in here. Yeah, it's done. And then the rear goes there. So luckily for me I didn't have to change anything here. Everything stays exactly the same, exactly as it used to be, no different. Okay. Right guys, this is the last final touch. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to tighten those screws which secure the heat shields. So there'll be 3 in here and a couple of them, one over there, one over there, and at the end I'm going to put the muffler in. So let's see. Got one tip for you here, which I found it in a hard way. So when you place the heat shields together and you tighten them by clamps, then you won't be able to place the muffler, because the alignment is wrong, okay, especially the bottom one. So what I recommend to do is, right before you tighten the brackets, tighten the heat shields to the exhaust, put the screw inside the hole to get the right alignment. And once you've got it, then it will be far easier to get it right. So, because otherwise you will be in trouble. And another tip for you, in my opinion, is better to place the muffler first before you tighten the heat shields, because otherwise it's going to be extremely difficult to get the right alignment. So first put it in, put the muffler in, and then tighten the heat shields. First muffler in and secure, and now I'll do the same here. So I did the same here. So basically I put the muffler in, I put the cable in, so I've got the right alignment, and I'll use the screw to secure it. Alright guys, this is the final effect of installing Cobra exhaust on Sportster Xl1200X. Let me know in comments what you think about sound.